Hi, my name is Ayub Shaikh, and I'm absolutely delighted to have you on board the Holistica training platform for technical recruiters. It's such a privilege to be a part of your training and development, and I feel certain that this program will be instrumental in making you a far more credible and confident professional when dealing with this world of IT recruitment. Now, you may be someone who's never previously needed to understand IT terminology, but now you're amongst a team of people who are going to match technical roles to a very sought-after candidate community. And I'm certain that if you go through the training as recommended in your training plan, you will start to communicate with confidence and knowledge in all things related to IT. This platform is designed not only to show you how to speak the language of IT like a native, but also to fully appreciate the career that you're now in. You know that IT is one of the most influential and lucrative sectors on the planet today, but it takes a certain edge to stand out, and this is the tool that will give you the edge. This platform will give you that edge within IT recruitment. You see, IT recruitment today is no longer a simple word matching exercise. You're going to be operating in very rarefied circles, and you need to woo that rare breed called the IT candidate. And you need to show them that you know what they're about, that you appreciate the significance of their role, and that you're excited about the same new and emerging IT concepts that they're excited about, that you understand the changing nature of the IT department, and that you're in tune with where the market is going. In other words, that you get it. You get why they chose this industry. Now, speaking with this level of passion and interest and knowledge will mean that you will win that job role from a client or that CV from a candidate. Through this platform, you're about to embark on a voyage of discovery that will guide you through the entire landscape of IT, starting from the most basic of concepts and then leading up to specialisms like software development, blockchain, and AI. During the last 20 years of training these courses to over 50,000 users worldwide, we know that the system works. And I'm hoping that you too will walk away from this training with a newfound eagerness and passion to participate in technology conversations. Before we dive into a quick demo of the platform, please take a note of these email addresses. And after this demo, take a quick look in your inbox, not forgetting, of course, your spam or filter folders. And if they are there, it means that you've been invited to sign up. Please mark these as safe email domains for the future, and then follow instructions to create your new profile for the Holistica platform. You're going to see a lot more of me as we go through the platform, but for now, let's dive into a walkthrough of the platform and briefly guide you through its features. Whether you're a user or a manager, please do watch the next 10 minutes, as it's going to give you a very good helicopter view of the journey that you're about to go on. By the way, managers and team leaders, you will have a separate instructional video sent to you demonstrating how to use the platform to look into the performance metrics of your own team members. So we'll send that separately. But once again, welcome on board. It's an absolute privilege to have you here. Let's take a deeper look inside the platform now.
Hi, and welcome to Holistica's Online Academy, the world's leading platform for tech recruiters looking to better understand their industry and become more confident and credible when dealing with IT CVs, IT professionals, and IT jobs. This product was born out of the 20 years experience that we have of training IT recruiters and HR professionals around the world. We're going to dive into the user functionality of the platform in just a minute, but before we do so, just a quick mention about what is technically under the bonnet of this system and why we are so confident that our learning platform is exactly what is needed to make your tech recruitment teams stand out. The Holistica Online Learning Management System is built on Microsoft Azure cloud technology. Our service center is in Denmark, and the resilience and performance built into the technology guarantees us near perfect uptime around the world, regardless of the time of day or demand on the system. This is ideal for our growing global audience, wherever they may be located. What this means for you is that robust performance is guaranteed around the clock. Whether you are a global organization with thousands of users, or a startup with a fledgling team, or even an individual consumer, you can be confident of consistent enterprise-level performance for your learning experience. Now, let's jump into the system itself and take a look around. Once assigned a username and password, the user will get directed straight onto their individual welcome page, which looks like this. As you can see, it offers a clean, unfussy interface from where the user can not only get immediate access to key functionality, but immediately gives a snapshot on how they are progressing on their learning journey. As you can see, there is gamification built into the system, with an emphasis on fun and light-hearted competition. And so managers can see how a user is doing against their set goals, and also when ranked alongside their colleagues. Here, users are also able to see any approaching deadlines set by their managers for training modules to be completed within certain time frames. More on this later on. From here, we can get a quick overview of the latest modules which you may have been studying, but in a way that it doesn't distract you by showing the entire portfolio. That can be viewed when we click here or here. So this menu item displays the entire learning ecosystem which has been assigned to that user. Don't forget, we can reveal training modules in stages to the user as you require, rather than opening up the whole platform immediately to them. As you can see, the range of courses on the platform covers all of the fundamental concepts and terminology that recruiters will see on IT CVs and job specs, so they no longer need to shy away from engaging in incisive conversations with both client and candidates about technical roles. However, the course portfolio also takes them to the next level of understanding in terms of becoming an expert recruiter in a particular niche market, such as specializing in recruiting business analysts, database specialists, project managers, or developers. Going even further still, there are a growing range of products on the platform dealing with recruitment in the evolving technology areas, such as artificial intelligence and blockchain, so the platform can cater for the needs of those completely new to the tech recruitment who have just arrived on the scene and just need the basics, right up to those who have already had many years in the industry but now need to come across as subject matter experts. Another very powerful element of the Holistica LMS is the granular level search capability by this index of terms function here. Clicking on one of these allows a direct link to the module where a video lecture tells you about that technology or concept. A key feature of our platform is its sophisticated learning metrics dashboard. This area of the platform lets the user, and their manager if need be, know at a granular level the students' activities in terms of the areas of learning which they have been focusing on, and the skills, terminology, and concepts which the student is picking up through the training. Now let's go back and look at a module of training to see how that is laid out. Let's look at recruiting in the agile environment as an example. This is what a typical module will look like. It is made up of a number of lessons. Overwhelmingly, the lessons are video lectures, and it is usually recommended to do these in sequence. As can be seen, most of the key topics that are needed in order to demystify the topic are included here. There is an emphasis on clear short video lectures that drive the main concepts home. And of course, it is all designed to address the perspective of a recruiter or HR professional. Besides technology concepts, there is a focus on what to expect on CVs, job descriptions, and interview questioning skills. Everything to make the role of a tech recruiter that much more meaningful and engaging. Most training units will also ask the student to look at some external information sites as well, and will occasionally have some additional reading material prior to their taking a final test on the subject. Once the test is passed successfully, we at Holistica will be notified and a certificate will be issued for that masterclass. All students can work through the training units at a pace that suits them, or of course, to pre-agreed timetables with their managers. This brings us nicely onto the way users are rewarded on the platform, as can be seen from this rewards tab here. The platform will constantly monitor a number of metrics, including the number of hours spent on the site, the speed at which you accessed and completed a course, if you were training out of office hours or on weekends, even if you were learning on your smartphone whilst traveling. And all of these factors will make the platform issue points based on motivation and eagerness to learn. In this way, students get awarded points and trophies, which elevates them up the leaderboard. And this gives managers a clear understanding of the motivation level of each team member and how willing they are to pick up the skills required in order to become that knowledgeable, confident tech recruiter. As can be seen up here, there is a notifications icon which hyperlinks to newly assigned courses, and even a chat facility built into the platform, so that students and managers can recommend and comment upon training elements from within the platform itself. As well as continually evolving and growing the current portfolio of 90 modules demystifying technology recruitment, we are also planning to add supplementary content to the platform, including areas of soft skills, recruitment skills, and sales skills training. That's not all. For our enterprise clients, we don't feel that this online platform is a product which we would implement and then leave you and your teams to just get on with. We want to work side by side with you in order to ensure that the online platform becomes a key element of the career development path of your tech recruiters and that they engage with it as expected. This requires a regular human touch from our side. We will ensure that, from the very beginning, the student must understand that this online training is something which they will need to show the same commitment to as they would when booked in a live, paid-for event. This is, after all, an investment which you are making on behalf of your teams, and we want you to achieve maximum returns on that investment. We don't leave it to the student's discretion as to whether or not they engage with the platform. Students should see the Holistica Online Learning Academy not as a nice-to-have reference tool, but as an intrinsic element of their professional development and something which they can use to show their commitment to their own role. With this in mind, for our enterprise clients, we will, for each student, issue a form to capture the key duties of that individual, the learning path which they would need to take, and the timescales when these need to be achieved. A manager would typically complete this for their new recruits and send this back to us. At Holistica, once we have the completed forms back with the required learning trajectory, a team member will then customize the training profile for each student on the system. So each user will have their own assigned set of courses and required completion dates as laid out by their manager. These deadlines could coincide with internal reviews, probationary assessments, or scheduled catch-ups. As deadlines pass, the student and manager will be informed of how the student fared via an email either from someone at Holistica or from the platform itself. As an extra human touch, we would like to be able to send shout-outs to the user base via email of accomplishments and leaderboard movements, which of course will also spur added engagement. All in all, we are sure that Holistica's online training platform is the one essential resource that should be in the toolkit of all IT recruitment companies and HR departments wishing to nurture confidence and competent recruiters capable of mixing it with IT professionals at all levels. We look forward to making the Holistica Online Academy a key part of your training and development strategy.